I have compiled a few happenings from the life of the Missile Man of India and our 11th President who lived in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu. He belonged to a middle-class family. Dr. Kalam's father had some informal education and a good social circle. Family owned boat building business. This gave exposure to metal and wood to Dr. Kalam and introduced engineering. He also loved watching birds fly as a child. This motivated him to take up the interesting field of airspace and rockets professionally in work as an Indian aerospace scientist. As a child, Dr. Kalam witnessed their business boat being washed away after a cyclone struck the Bay of Bengal. His father remained calm and continued to work hard to rebuild the business. The expression on his father's face at that moment was recalled by Dr. Kalam while designing the satellite launch vehicle, SLV, Prithvi, and Agni missiles, during unmet schedules, during rains at the rocket launch sites. Precisely, Dr. Kalam learned crisis management from his father. People were fond of Dr. Kalam's father and the son inquired him, one day, why? Father said that one must be there when people are in need of moral support. A train stopped at the railway station in Rameshwaram and Dr. Kalam's cousin got the newspapers, then delivered to the subscribers and hence, aided to household income. World War II started then and Dr. Kalam was aged till 8 years old. State of emergency prevailed and the train stopped stopping at the railway station. That's when Dr. Kalam committed to help his cousin in the newspaper business. Plan was that the business associate on the train would throw newspapers bundles on the platform and the job of the two cousins was to catch it and deliver to the subscribers before sunrise. In the evening they calculated the accounts for the same. Dr. Kalam enjoyed the catching job and was happy to contribute to the family's income. He learned that one must be in action every day and keep commitments. His family taught him kindness, faithfulness, honesty, self-discipline and that uniqueness resides in every individual. During World War II there was a shortage of food. One evening, Dr. Kalam, aged till 8 years, ate happily. Later his elder brother told him that Dr. Kalam had eaten mother's share of food. Due to her child love, she never refused when her little, Abdul, asked for more food. She slept hungry that night. The guilt taught drive Kalam to always remember the needs of people around. Dr. Kalam was a spiritual man with great respect for religious texts. Dr. Kalam's father narrated him the story how his great-great-grandfather saved the idol of Ramanathaswamy temple after it had fallen into a tank. He was treated like a hero by the Hindus. Since then drive Kalam's ancestors and temple's associates were good friends and Dr. Kalam as a child befriended the priest's child. They sat together in the first row in school when a new teacher asked the Muslim boy to sit on the last bench. They felt sad at this act. The boys narrated the same to their respective fathers. The Hindu and Muslim father discussed with the teacher about stopping this religion-based discrimination in Rameshwaram. The issue was sorted out with this true management principle of talking openly on issues. This was one school in the district with approximately 400 students and thatched roof. All the teachers were focused on making children love the subjects that they studied. Teachers visited the house of the students when someone was absent or someone topped in the class. There were no dropouts in that school. Dr. Kalam believed that education must be imparted with love. During college days at Madras Institute of Technology, MIT, Dr. Kalam tried his best to make an aeronautical design for aircraft in a lab class. But his teacher rejected the design and gave him 3 days to design it again in order to contain the scholarship that he had received. Dr. Kalam worked incessantly and made it again. It was applauded as outstanding by the same teacher who had made Drive. Kalam faced work pressure intentionally. This taught him that deadlines do not exist and teacher who focuses on students' progress as the best friend. Holidays started at MIT and Dr. Kalam wanted to go home. He had to sell a book that he loved in order to get money and purchase a ticket. Instead of purchasing the book, the shopkeeper mortgaged it, lent money to Dr. Kalam and promised not to sell the book until he returned. Hearing this, Dr. Kalam felt that strangers are kind. His dream of being an Air Force pilot was lost by one rank. Dr. Kalam learned to accept failure, move on and have faith on the larger plan of Almighty in destiny. Later, he joined the Ministry of Defense. On January 11, 1999, Avro Asp aircraft crashed killing 8 men. Dr. Kalam met the families who received aid from the government. But this fall made him realize that the sacrifices of men on fields is what actually builds up a nation. Boat building business taught him that the boat is important but the men sailing in them are important too. Indian Space Research Organisation, ISRO, has been established in Tumba, Kerala with a church on campus. Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, father of the Indian space program, was behind starting ISRO and convinced the church officials to hand over the same to scientists after getting the required approvals. India is the first country where a church has been handed over for a science experiment. Dr. Kalam is inspired by the story where scientific and spiritual minds came together for a common cause for India. Now, scientists stay at the priest's residence. Dr. Vikram Sarabhai taught leadership traits to Dr. Kalam by setting examples. They worked closely together. Leaders A. Listen. B. Think creatively. C. Build team. D. Look beyond failures. A. Stand with team and F. Answer questions. At last, SLV3 taught Drive. Kalam that A. Research, engineering, science and technology are vital for a nation's development. B. Commitment. And C. Persistence matter at all costs. As Dr. Kalam says that as my journey. He suffered from cardiac arrest while delivering a lecture at IIM Shillong and passed away at the age of 83 years. Left rich examples for us. Friends, if you like our story, please like, share and subscribe to our channel and leave comments. Thank you.